Good morning, everybody. I'm here today with our CEO, Tom Greenwell. Morning, Tom.
Good morning.
And we're continuing our story of the Greenwell saga and all the various generations and things that went into making what it is today. And I guess we've heard about the founder and we've heard about your dad and yourself, but the missing piece of the puzzle, in part, is William Henry Greenwell, who was your grandfather.
My
right?
grandfather, yeah.
What do you know about him?
Well, not a lot. He did pass away about 2 years after my dad was born.
I see.
So, um, I never met him, obviously, and but he took over W.H. Greenwell Ranch, which is obviously named after him, and it was 1/3 of great grandfather's property.
I see.
And it was probably the best cattle producing property of all of his. And,
Really?
Yeah, it was right here in central Kona. Fertile, wet, sunny, just everything it takes to grow grass, right?
How many head of cattle did you run?
Well, it changed quite a bit. In the old days, you had to catch water off the roofs, and so you're very limited to how much water we had.
Sure.
Later on in time, they put in a pump system, and we were able to, almost maybe 5 times more cattle.
I see.
But no, he did run the ranch for about 30 years, I guess.
I see.
That's the way.
So during that time, there was a ranch here, and they still had the general store up top.
Yep.
And they're doing dairy, they're doing meat. Did that mostly stay in Hawaii, or did it go off island?
All that product pretty much stayed all right here.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So for the local consumption.
I see. Because I remember reading in the Parker Ranch story, like they used to start the cows here, then put them on a ship and finish them up on the mainland. You guys didn't do that.
No, I mean, they participated, but mostly what it was is they'd start them here, and as they weaned them away from the mother, and they grew them up to a point. Then they would, on Oahu was a big feedlot.
I see.
And so a lot of them went to Oahu and sold out of the feedlot.
Got you. Was there any connection to coffee in William Henry's day?
No, just the leases that he leased out
I see.
to the farmers that
Right.
already had leases and more. There's a monument across the road. I don't know if you noticed that, but it was built in honor of W.H. Greenwell and from the Japanese community,
I see.
because he really helped them out in providing land for them to grow coffee, and
Got you.
mostly all coffee.
Yeah, that's one of the things we haven't touched on, I think, is as the landowners leasing land to the smaller farmer and allowing them to have a kind of independent life where they can make their income and raise their family without the oppression of, sugar plantation life, right?
Right.
So that he must have been a very loved figure amongst
I
that community. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it throughout Kona. There's a few monuments like that, and they just they came in, whoever was leaving the plantations, they came in and they worked the land here in Kona, and the farmlands were alongside the the road.
Right.
And most of them, they worked so hard, and they were able to put their kids through college.
Sure.
And so it was a very important part of Kona.
And William Henry was married to who?
Maud Greenwell,
Maud.
which
And
was my grandmother.
Your
and
grandma.
my
And I've
auntie.
heard a lot of great stories about Maud. She was a character, right?
Well, yeah, she was, and very Scottish.
Scottish, I see. I see. So does that mean strict, or means loved who she loved, or how does
Well,
that?
she was strict. She ran the ranch for a
Yeah,
long
right.
time.
So
And,
ranch moms are tough.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she had no time
Mhm.
to, basically my dad was sent away at 8.5 years old because she couldn't raise him and run the farm or the ranch at the time, and so he went to military school
I
at
see.
8.5 years
Wow.
old.
Okay. Well,
that
eight
was
and a
good.
half years old.
Yeah, I don't know why it's 8.5. It wasn't 8, it wasn't 9.
That was the requirement.
No, that's just what, was always said to me, 8.5.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And he came back like after he graduated high school, kind of?
Yeah, after he graduated high school, and then joined the Navy, and then, towards the end of the war, after I came home.
Wow, fascinating. Okay, well, I think we have a little bit better picture of who William Henry was, and we will continue our story next month. And in the meantime, wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day.
Oh, absolutely. And happy May Day.
Aloha.